Innsbruck stage in the top qualifying position with thousands of eyes on her. And it was pretty special watching her win the boulder competition. I went and ambushed her in isolation after the comp for the climbing club that we do. I sort of just was like, I'm just going to go and try to talk to her.
Yeah.
And as she always does, to be fair to her, she gave me her time. And, you know, she was emotional back there. You know, it means a lot, this comeback.
Yeah, and that is something that's really beautiful about her as a climber as well. It's just so incredibly humble, so happy to talk to fans.
Yeah.
And
she's real. She's a real person.
Very real. Just feels all the feels, you know.
But she's up against it with this route. It's a toughie. So easy at the beginning. I also always feel for the setters at this point who have set so many hard things up high. You know, they'll be like, "Come on, get there."
I know, and like I do a bit of route setting as well in Australia, and it really is. It's heartbreak when you put so much effort and people don't get there. And you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than multiple tops, though, if they had to.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not for the crowd, but.
Well, it depends, isn't it? I mean, I think it depends on who you speak to.
This is true. This is true.
Athletes want to fight. Crowds want to see tops.
This is true.
I don't know. I like a few tops along the way.
Yeah. Okay, fair. I'll give you that.
If everyone falls off in the first 3 clips, it's a quick day's work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, heel in for Janja. Looks good so far. And these aren't bad holds for her.
It has been interesting to see on these close-ups who prefers to full crimp stuff and who prefers to open hand or drag on.
Yeah, full crimp when you wrap that thumb over your fingers to lock it off. Janja flicks, zero hesitation from her then.
Straight into it.
Yeah.
I can imagine this next move might be similar.
Oh, wow, she does hit it, or tries to. I think she's still going to have to swing.
She went, never mind. Yeah, I think a lot of that is that position of that blocker. It just doesn't help you do that.
I think you're totally right, yeah. If it wasn't there, you'd be able to hit the edge of it and cut loose and swing into it. So Janja does take a moment here. She'll now start to swing. Ooh. Now, this is interesting. She's actually the one who's hesitated most on this move.
Yes.
Because she started swinging, and then I think she was like, hang on a sec, I can get a heel on.
Yeah, she looked like she went to land a hill.
So she goes again. I think she'll commit to the swing and the jump
like
now.
A setup for a swing.
Okay, easy. Yeah, there's an element of ring rust with Janja's climbing at the moment.
I did think that, yeah. Just watching Boulder and now lead as well, whenever there are those like really dynamic movements, like there's still just like a touch of hesitation, or like maybe I can do this a different way, or a strong way, or you know, something like
questioning
that. Yeah. Which is completely understandable.
Yeah, it is. It's understandable, but it's interesting to see it in her climbing. You know, she's doing 3 comps this year. She's doing this, Copper, and then the World Champs.
I suppose potentially it's that also we put Janja in this position where we're like, no hesitation, she's going to go for it, it's going to be this, you know, and so we really do notice those flickers of doubt.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, pressure is a privilege, right? So
exactly.
when you are the world's best, you analyse everything, and then it's tricky. Right, that's Laura's high point. So Laura guaranteed the silver medal at this point.
Very interesting, yeah.
And Erin also gets another medal this year.
Funny
Incredible.
Just how close everybody is in this whole section.
Janja's been in 45 lead finals and has won 44 medals, which is just ridiculous.
Does that have the total of comps entered as well?
Not in front of me, no. And she's easily into the power moves, but this is the section that's caught a lot of people out here. And you can see a little bit of shakes to her movements here. She's working hard as well.
Yeah, it doesn't let up. This section does not let up. Even that heel does not look delicious.
But, you know, whereas Laura had about a minute here, Janja's got 2.
Yep.
And she's going to go into the high point here. So this should be the gold medal for Janja.
I think the crowd knows it too.
Well,
it's getting louder down there.
2 out of 2 for Janja Garnbret. What a comeback. I ran out of words in Boulder, and I might run out of words again here. You know, what do you say?
So It's just interesting as well that there's so much more climbing to go. But the crowd's really getting behind her.
All the women are sitting. No one is talking to each other down there on the hot seats. They're just watching Janja do this.
Eyes on. How could you not?
Yeah. 1:19.
Got another specific clip here too.
You got to. Oh, she falls there. Who cares? She's got a gold medal. Well, that's 2 out of 2 for Janja Garnbret. Don't call it a comeback, Kate. Well, incredible stuff. Well, just over an hour of climbing in, and we have another gold medalist here in Innsbruck. Wonderful stuff from her.
Soaking it all in. There'll be some signatures handed out down there, I think, the autographs. Bit of a line. There it is.
Well, congratulations to Janja Garnbret. There's the Olympic rings on her ankle there, just reminding us that she is a double gold medalist at the Olympics.
And here.
And here, again here. I mean,
yeah.
She's done that a few times. Yeah, this was the only moment where she had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, and it did,
because this is it. She went for the heel.
That's it, yeah.
Then it didn't work. She tried it a few times. But you know what's incredible? Is she had that moment, and whereas others have slowed right down, you know, like Erin or like Laura, Janja seemed to find the time back somehow.
Yes, because I did think that, and as we mentioned, like, Annie wasn't going to make it to the top of the wall in the time that she had left. There was still, you know, it was still looking like with the amount of time that it would be possible.
Yeah. Which is just interesting. And again, it's very hard. You'd have to put everyone's runs in sort of a ghost format back to back to find out the little micro differences.
Yes,
between
someone should do that if anyone knows how to do that.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, I'll have to do it. So let's see what my very talented editing team would have to do it.
Oh, okay, don't do that.
No, absolutely not.
If someone that is not on the talented would like to do that.
But then please send it to us, because we do want to use it. You know? And also
find me on Instagram.
And don't steal footage, whatever. I mean, okay, I'm going to stop talking. This is a whole mind.
Okay.
Well, the flower ceremony underway. The full podium will be later on, but Janja takes that victory here tonight. Fantastic stuff from her. And, of course, celebrating with the other athletes as well. And another medal for Erin. Ridiculously good for that lady. And Janja with a deep breath. Job done for her. You know, there was an awful lot of pressure on her this weekend, this week.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I can't. And we always forget with her, I always say she's human, because she is, you know. Everyone there who was fantastic earlier in the season in Wujiang. And those of you who wonder where Serato is, he didn't quite make it. He was just outside of the final, so we won't see him tonight competing. But this man is quickly becoming one of my favourite athletes to watch. He's very fun out there on the wall. Okay, so this is our 8 finalists here tonight. They'll have another chance. We'll have a chance to look at them on the men's wall. And the men's route, I know you weren't paying as much attention because you're not going to be commentating it, but some big physical moves and enormous holds out there on the wall as well.
Yeah, I mean, the setter didn't go into as much detail about this one because I think the general themes of the route are actually quite similar to the women's. Being kind of that risky start and then some interesting moves, powerful. I think there was a campus section up a bit higher up, or that's the intended anyway. Yes,
there is exactly that. Campusing sections, thin hands, and it's rather spectacular. Right, 2 Japanese athletes, German athletes, America represented, Max Berton, France, of course, so it's going to be a fascinating little final, this. And this is the overall ranking sponsored by Euroholds, and Satomi Yoshida does lead the way at the moment over everyone else, and Alberto Del Neo and Serato won't really be able to add too many points to that because obviously did not make this final here tonight. So the sun is set here in...
Just focus on one discipline. It's just tough doing both disciplines, and keeping up with the new boulder style is definitely difficult.
So Yannick is underway, so straight into these holds that we've seen throughout the last couple of days. It's hard to tell exactly what they are because there's various different sizes of crimps within that range of holds. Not too hard a start for Yannick. And compression down low. I think the women might have been struggling with a bit of heat on the wall from the sun being sort of there for quite a while. The men, it should be cooler for them.
I think it should be way better now, yeah, with the conditions. And yeah, I'm really excited to see Yannick. I think he had one of the best performances yesterday. I mean, maybe like a tiny mistake at the very top, but he's a really quick, decisive climber. I really love his climbing style. So yeah, let's see what he can do.
I do too. I'm glad you said it because he reminds me of like a climber's climber, the way he does routes. You know, if you're a rock climber, you'll sort of appreciate what Yannick does out there. And he's entered the end of that compression section. Black volumes to come. And I wonder how many little jibs and chips are on here. He's certainly got his thumb on one. Up into the stands.
He's cruising still, so yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, not trying too hard yet. Taking a moment to breathe, and it's fast, it's snappy climbing from Yannick at the moment. Crosses through with the left hand and will make that clip. Yeah, it was interesting. Laura missing the clip in her run really cost her.
Yeah, I mean, I was not sure what point she will, like how many points she will get, but I guess she was kind of lucky that they still awarded her quite high points because I wasn't sure like which hold would be the
That's
last
what
one.
we were saying, yeah. I think she got maybe one down because she went up to the crimp, but she wasn't awarded the plus.
No
certainly.
plus, yeah. No. But that was still like, yeah, good enough in the end, so I think
she did good. All right, so this is where things step up a bit for the men here.
Yeah, this undercling section looks quite powerful now.
Yeah, it looks like a massive hold, but it's really awkward through here. And feet as well are bad. Locks off that crimp up and he'll float back into the heel to make the clip, which is quite awkward behind his shoulder. Pockets now, and this is the camper section here. He cuts loose, tries to find a toe hook underneath and crosses through.
Wow, he still looks really good.
Makes the campus move. Yeah, he's floating out there at the moment.
Yeah, and like Yannick is usually not someone struggling with hard moves, so seeing him this fresh up there is like very promising.
There it is. We're going to see some head wall action here. He's up to the blue hold section. There's 360 holds. He's looking perfect at the moment.
Yeah, I wonder if the root setters are like already a little shaking, but yeah.
It's always hard to tell the first athlete out. You know, they in form. Is it too easy?
Yeah, and I mean, I think for the men's field, like, all of them can win, so.
Yeah. Massive hold. Yannick is in cruise control at the moment. He's got to go all the way right, though, at this point.
Come on, Yannick.
For the first time, maybe he's fighting now as he presses with that left palm. There's a pocket to come, a balancey sequence here.
Oh my God, yeah, no. Almost got the toe again with the side against it. Oh wow.
He thinks he's done it, doesn't he? Can he unwind off this pocket? This is the last question. There's the big hold at the end. I think he can, you know. Wow. Well, this is going to be fascinating, isn't it, Jakob? Because that's an early top to be had on this men's route.
I mean, that was an amazing performance. But yeah, it's funny because I thought about tonight, like something like this would happen. What I would say, like if there's like an early top in a route, yeah. As a competitor, like for all the athletes still back there, this is like the worst thing that could happen, basically.
So would you be discussing it with other people back there, or are you just all thinking the same thing?
I mean, it depends.